All right, here we go. Can't be there today, so the next best thing is to show you what I want you to do through a YouTube video, right? All right, so I'm going to use period 5 to demonstrate this, but it'll work the same way for period 7. I'm going to Google Classroom, and I'm going to classwork, and it's all set up here. Let me close that. Our 7th Google Docs assignment is about inserting images into a document, making the words wrap around the images, and then you can also do a couple of little things to make the image look a little, I don't know, different or better, whatever you want to call it. Those kinds of things are optional. Here's what I've got set up for you here on this particular assignment. The Docs 07 right here that I'm pointing to right now, that's for turning it in when you're done. There is a working document that you'll have to open up and make a copy of. I've got images that you are going to need. You'll have to download those. I'll show you how to do that. And I do have a help page that contains everything that I'm about to do here. So if you need to pull up the help page to look back at some things, you can certainly do that. Well, let's go to work here, shall we? I'm going to go to the working document first, and so I'll click on this Avengers Profiles. And what we've got here is a document that has little paragraphs about different Avengers. You can read them if you want to. You really don't even have to read them if you don't want. But that's what it is, right? There are paragraphs about these different Avengers. You are going to need to make a copy, all right? So I'll say Avenger Profiles. I'm going to get in there and edit the name of that just a bit. Avenger Profiles, and I'm just going to add the word like done. You know, I just like to change the name so I know for sure that this is the one that I did the work on, all right? So I'm going to say Avenger Profiles done, boom, and I'll go ahead and save that. While that's making a copy, I'm going to close the old one that I had open there. All right, so I have my copy. Yay. All right. Now, back here on Google Classroom, you're going to need these images. All right. Well, a couple of things we kind of need to look at here. Here's one of Thanos. And so if I click on that image of Thanos, here's what I would recommend you do. This is about the best way I've found to do this. I'm just going to right-click on the image, and I'm going to do Save Image As. And you might just kind of pay attention to where it saves, right? It's automatically going to point toward the Downloads folder of your computer, and that's okay. That's fine. And another thing that you want to make sure of, and I'll zoom in on this a little bit, but you want to kind of make sure, I'm going to take that one out of there. Make sure that on the file name, it does say .jpg at the end of it. Sometimes Google Chrome messes up on saving pictures, and the pictures just don't work. And it's not your fault. Sometimes Google Chrome messes up. So you're going to want to, when you save these, just take a peek at the file name and make sure, like this one should say Thanos.jpg at the end of it. Make sure that .jpg is there. All right. Now, if you're looking at this screen over here, I've already downloaded these pictures. I didn't want you to have to sit here and watch me download a bunch of pictures. That's boring. So I've already downloaded them, but I just wanted to show you. You can right-click the picture, save image as, make sure it has that JPG at the end of it, and then you can hit save. These are going to save in my downloads folder. I'm actually going to cancel that. So when I'm done with Thanos, there's a little right arrow over here, and I can click that little right arrow, and I want to do the Hulk, so I right-click, save image as. Same deal here. It's in my downloads folder. I want to make sure it says .jpg at the end of the file name. Dot meaning period, right? It's the period on the keyboard. And I could save that picture as well. Hit the right arrow, this little right arrow over here, and here's Spider-Man, right-click, save image as. And it would be Spider-Man.jpg. Make sure it says .jpg on there, and you could save that. And all right, so hopefully you're getting the idea on that. You got to download all these. You're going to need all of them. All right. Well, so now I'm going to go back to my Avenger Profiles document and show you how this works. And I'm not going to do all of these in the demo. I'm going to give you enough to get you going, and then I'll show you one. I'll show you one that's done, so you can kind of see what it will look like. All right, so here we go. To do Captain Marvel, that's the first of the Avengers that's marked here. So I'm just going to click in the paragraph about Carol Danvers and Captain Marvel. I'll just click in that paragraph. I'm going to go, remember I have these downloaded already, right there in my downloads folder. So I'll go to Insert, I'm going to go to Image, and I'm going to say Upload from Computer. Boom. Okay. I'm looking in my downloads folder, and I want Captain Marvel. So I'm going to find Captain Marvel right there. All right, they're all named, according to who they are. So I'll do Captain Marvel. I'm going to open that. Now, when it first pops on here, it's huge, right? This is not working out well at this point. This is not really going well. So I'm going to click on the picture one time, and the first thing, and this is what we're going to do on all of them. You click on the picture to select it, and right below the picture you'll see 3 buttons down here. And they are for, and you'll get little pop-ups if you float your mouse over them, inline, wrap text, and break text. We want wrap text. On all of these, we're going to do wrap text. We're going to get these pictures in there and make the text wrap around it. So I'm going to click on the middle button down here below the picture, wrap text. And then I'm going to grab a handle on the picture here, and I may have to scroll this. Where'd she go? There she is. So I'm going to grab a handle. I'm going to size this picture down. It was way too big there. I don't want it to be that big. So I'm going to size it down, and I can float it around here, and I can put it, I just want this picture to be connected to, associated with Captain Marvel. All right, so I can make it whatever size, and I can park it over here if I want to, and it would look like that. Or I could bring it over to this side if I wanted to and park it over here. I could even park it right in the middle of the paragraph. And the thing that I want you to kind of notice is when we do wrap text, the text is flowing around the picture. Now here's a couple of things you can adjust if you want to. I actually am going to park this picture over here. I kind of like it there. Where it says 1/8 margin here, you can change that if you want to. It's kind of like a force field. If I change that to 1/4 inch, it's pushing the text away from the picture a little bit farther, is what it's doing. And you can set that on whatever you want. Maybe you want a 0 margin. The picture's right up next to the text. But I do kind of like having a margin here. I'll probably go back to 1/8 margin, a 1/8 inch, and I'm pretty happy with that. Now here's one other thing you could do, and I'm going to pick up the pace here in a minute because I'm wrapping up this first picture. I could put a border around that picture. That's only if you want to. You don't have to put borders around it. But up here on the toolbar, there's this border button, and I could say, well, let's put a 3-point border around there. And you can decide yourself, do you like it? Do you not like it? If you like it, put a border around there. And you can do things like change border color. I kind of like the black border. You can also give it a dotted or dashed border if you wanted to, but I kind of like the solid border. And remember, you don't even have to have a border if you don't want one. All right, so look, I've got Captain Marvel's picture in there along with her paragraph. So now let's pick up the pace and knock this out a little bit. And I'm not going to do the whole thing. But for Iron Man, he's our next Avenger. I'll click in the Iron Man paragraph, and here we go. I'll go Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. Remember, I downloaded all these pictures already. I want Iron Man. I'll click Open. I'm going to click on the picture, and once I do that, I've got those 3 buttons right below. I want to wrap text. I'm going to make the picture smaller, right? I'm not really after big pictures here, so I'm going to put this over on the right-hand side. I like the 1/8 inch margin, but you do whatever you want. I like a 3-point border around those pictures, and I kind of like the black. So I can kind of position that wherever I want, and Iron Man's taken care of. Iron Man has his picture in there, and his picture is set, so I can float it wherever I want to put it, right? I can park it wherever I like. All right, so I'll do a couple more, and then I'm going to bail, and you're going to sail. All right, so Captain America. All right, well, let's go Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. I'll find Captain America. All right, pretty big picture here. I'll click on it once so I can do the wrap text, and I'm going to have to size it because it's too big for what I want right now. All right, so I'm going to size it down some. And again, I think I'm going to go with Captain America over here on the right-hand side. For me, that's where I want to put it, but you put it wherever you like. And the 1/8 margin is I'm pretty happy with that. And I think I will put a 3-point border around it. Remember, you don't have to put borders on them if you don't want to, but I kind of like the way it looks. All right, so now we're up to Black Widow. All right, so I'll click in the Black Widow paragraph. This is the last one I'm going to do, and I'll show you one that's finished. I'll go find Black Widow. Got Black Widow. I want to click that button below for wrap text. I got to size the Black Widow picture. These are just pictures I got off the internet. I did a Google search for these, and I found them. All right, I'm going to park that one kind of right in the middle of the paragraph. I'm floating the image. 1/8 inch margin is happy, and I'm going to go a 3-point border on that, and wha-bam, there we go. I got my Black Widow image in there. So now I would just continue with all of the other pictures of all of the other Avengers in all of the other paragraphs, right? I'm just going to work your way right on down until you do all of them. And if I real quickly hop over here and open up one that's done, right? So, so eventually it's going to look something like this. Right, and this one that I'm showing you right now doesn't, a moment ago on the one I was working on, I put Black Widow in the middle. And the position, it doesn't matter. That's up to you. All right, so I'm scrolling through this, and you see that every Avenger has its picture, and the pictures are all, they're set for floating. And I like the border, but you do what you want with the border. Woo! All right, cool. So that's our assignment for today. We are working on, you got to download all those pictures, and you're going to work on inserting them into this document, setting them so that the text wraps around them. Do what you want with the border space around them. Do what you want with the color of the border or whether or not they have a border. And then you're going to be done. Have at it.